Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Andrew and welcome back to another Clip Studio Paint tutorial video. Before I get into the tutorial video, let me just say yes, you are just hearing my voice through one side of your headphones. So I have this microphone attached to my Mac, and I'm not sure how to change the settings so that it will come out of both headphones. So I do apologize for that. Again, before I go into the tutorial video, I just wanted to make an announcement that I have a comic book for sale on comiccentral.com. It's called Swarm Book of the Dead. It's only $1. It's a 29-page black and white story of two high school students who arrive late to school to discover that their school has been infested with these walking beehive zombie creatures, and they have to survive through it, much like Resident Evil or Resident Evil 2, the video games. There's also some other elements like vampires and angels, and then of course later on in other issues to come, you will see some aliens and some super soldiers and what else is there? Witches and all kinds of crazy stuff. But this is just the first issue. Again, it's 29 pages and it's $1. And I also have Swarm Book of the Dead, which is the continuation. This is a promo issue. It's only 5 pages, and it's for free, and you can download it again for free and no problem. And then there's an announcement in there about an Indiegogo campaign that I plan to run in 2019 to help fund the printing of both of these books. So hopefully you guys will be interested, and I will get your support on that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated on when that happens. So let's get into the tutorial. So I had a viewer comment on one of my videos of he wanted to know if Clip Studio Paint could make a comic strip template, and yes, that would be very easy, but I wanted to make a video on it because it's slightly different, because there's one extra step that we did not do for to create a template for our comic books that is required when you create a template for a comic strip, especially the way he wants it. So what the viewer wants is a comic strip that is 17 inches wide by 5 inches tall, and he wants a 1/4 inch bleed all the way around. And what makes this different is that after the bleed here, he wants 4 inches here, and then the remaining space will be for your panels. Usually comic strips have 3 to 4 panels depending on the joke, and so that is one extra step that we're going to take. So if we have a 1/4 inch of bleed on both sides here, and then 4 inches here, that gives us a remaining of hold on, am I doing this right? Yes, 16.5, and then so that gives us 12.5 inches remaining. Yeah, that should equal 17. So this is where it's a little bit different, the unevenness of it. Okay, so let's open up this here. Okay, so we're gonna start here in the binding, or where it says finish, and we are going to let's see if I can move this so we can see everything. Is that possible? Yeah. Okay, that's gonna have to be. All right. So what we want to do is I'm going to start with the binding size down here. And so the binding size is the inside dimensions. Again, I think that was, we said that was going to be 16, right? No, it's going to be 12.5. No. 16.5. And the height, so he wanted 5 inches with a 1/4 inch on bleed on the top and the bottom. So that would give us 4.5. And then here where it says the bleed width, of course we're going to put 2.5. So that should give us our to the trim line. I'll explain with the trim line. Now the inner one, that's the inner circle or the inner square. We're going to make that the same as our binding size. So we're looking at actually no, we're going to make this 12.5 and we're going to make the height 4.5. Now let's see what that looks like. Oh, and so let's make the canvas the way it's supposed to be, 17 by 5. I'm gonna change this resolution to 300. We don't need 600 for a comic strip. So I'm gonna hit OK, and you're gonna see that. I don't know if you guys can see the blue lines in the video, but basically what we have right now, let me get the square tool. We have oh, that's not right, that's the frames. Here, I'm going to draw some squares here so you guys can see. We have a line that goes here. We don't have this though. And then we have a line that goes here, this way. And so that's what we have so far. So that gave us our 1/4 inch here, this little space here, that's a 1/4 inch. And then we have here, what we have is 2 inches. And then what we have here is the remaining 12.5, right? And that should give us 13, yeah. Because we have this 1/4 and 2 inches, we have it also on this side over here. We have this 2 inches here, and then in this little space here we have a 1/4. So, but what we want to do is make this into 4. So what we're gonna do is move this 2 inches over to the other side. The way we do that is this dimension here, this X offset. We want to, right now it's counting it from the center. So basically it starts in the center of your canvas, and we're gonna move that inner square, we're gonna move it 2 inches. If you use positive numbers, it moves to the right. If you use negative numbers, it moves to the left. So we're gonna put 2 because we want 2 inches to the right, and when we hit OK, now we have our template for our comic strip. And so now when you choose your frame tool, you can it'll snap right to the corner of these frames here. So you can create one giant frame, and then when you create the giant frame, select the frame over here in your layers. It'll be called frame 1. Select that, and you go into layers, go to ruler, frame, and divide frame border equally. And now uncheck this horizontal, the vertical, so you only get horizontal. And so you can pick 4 or 3. I'm gonna pick 3, and so it'll automatically divide that single frame into into 3 frames, because if that's what you want for your comic strip. Or if you wanted 4, you should have selected 4 or whatever. But they're even, so each of these panels are the exact same size. And so then you go into each of these folders and you draw. And because they're frames, they're folders, anything in the purple is masked off, so you won't be able to draw in it. So all your lines will stay within the frame. Very neat, very cool. And then of course, if you want to draw your title here, where it's your title page, and this is by you, you go to the layer that's not in the folder. And so that's how you can get a comic strip template created, and also create some frames there. So I hope you found this video useful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And remember, just another reminder that I have my comic book at comiccentral.com. I'll leave a link in the description where you can get that. It's only $1, and you can also get the promo comic for free. And make sure you subscribe to hear the announcement of when I do kick off the Indiegogo campaign. Again, thank you for watching. I hope this was useful, and I will see you guys in the next one.